Welcome back to the Sunday Project. Well, June 30 is the federal government's deadline for institutions to join the National Redress Scheme. Proposed by the Royal Commission into Child Sexual Abuse, it allows survivors to seek an apology and compensation without going through the courts. Tonight, we can reveal that the scheme has suffered a major rejection from the Jehovah's Witnesses, whose church was heavily criticised in the Commission.
How you doing, guys? When is an apology not an apology? When somebody is forced to make that apology. This is pretty much where Watchtower is at right now. I think many of us have already heard that they finally, after these many months, joined the redress scheme. Not because they've had a change of heart, because the laws were changed. Now, to hold on to their charity status, they are required to join the redress scheme, because it wasn't too many months ago that they, along with 5 other organizations, flat out refused to join. Well, obviously their charity status means a whole lot more to them than the child abuse cases within their organization. Not to mention, they're spending multi-millions on their new production facilities, so they want to hold on to their charity status, because other than that, they'd be just like any other business. The more money they made, the more taxes they've had to pay. Kim made an excellent point yesterday morning, if anybody saw her video. Is Watchtower going to play the victim card? You know they're going to, because they're always playing the victim card. They've always got Jehovah's Witnesses convinced that they are being persecuted for their faith, that Satan's system is coming after them. Remember that stupid comment that leaked video Watchtower made about 2 years back?
We've been functioning as an organization for years. Well, we know that the scene of this world is changing, and we know Satan's coming after us, and he's going to go for us legally.
Of course, if they had nothing to hide, it wouldn't matter who came after them legally. But JWs, be prepared. They are about to play the victim card, and you are going to pay the bill. They're going to convince you that the world is persecuting you for your faith, when in all honesty, when it comes down to it, everybody's living their own lives. Nobody stops to really care enough to worry about how you worship. You are not being persecuted for your faith. Watchtower is not being persecuted. No, this is because Watchtower, along with other organizations, policed themselves for so many years. And this is what happens when people police themselves. They make up their own rules. They make up their own laws. No, this is why it's required that outside agencies have to keep their eye on things, because it keeps people honest. And Watchtower is not honest. We all know that. It would not have gotten to this point if they were. For that matter, consider, why didn't Watchtower join the redress scheme many months ago? What did they do last June as opposed to join the redress scheme? No, they hid their assets in offshore accounts because they knew the boom was going to drop. They hid what they could. They prolonged it for as long as they could. For that matter, let's go back further before it got to this point. Why didn't Watchtower do something about it then? They obviously knew that there was a problem, but no, they continually swept it under the rug. They, even on a local level, they kept it swept under the rug. So who's to blame for all of this? Watchtower, you are to blame. Jehovah's Witnesses, blindly following these 8 Goombas in Warwick, you are to blame. No, you have nobody to blame but yourselves. Nobody cares how you worship. Nobody gives a rat's ass for Watchtower, except when it comes to the child abuse problems. But be prepared. They're going to be hitting you up for more donations so that you can pay for the redress scheme. They don't want to pay for it. They want to stash as much as they can. But that's fine. Okay, they joined the redress scheme. Yet, they still have yet to contact the Australian government. So they're going to prolong this as long as possible. Because it's going to take about 6 months to get the ball rolling on this. And if Watchtower can stall it as long as they can, they're going to. But when it finally does happen, they're going to be hitting you up for the donations. But for that matter, what about future abuse cases? Has this stopped it? No, it hasn't. Because the thing is, Watchtower is now becoming an online religion, so they're going to get some distance. They want no more to do with you, Jehovah's Witnesses. So now the problem is going to be on a local level. And it's not going to stop the abuse cases because JWs, you still put a blind eye up to it. Because when it comes down to it, you don't think. You believe what these idiots tell you. And this is going to continue to be a problem until it hits home. Wake up, guys. You really are the dumbest sons of whore bitches I've ever met. Anyways, guys, I really didn't have a whole lot to say about this. And it's been a very long week, but I will talk to you soon. You guys have a good day.